your mouths go shut, people. Listen, right now, people, you know how we do here in the barbershop. This is the show the pros, the icons listen to right now. So right now, I need you to stand on your feet for the CEO of Mayweather Promotions, the past, the present, and I know he's all about the future, Mr. Leonard Ellerbe. What's going on?
Oh, that is one heck of an introduction. I've never had no intro like that. I love it. I'm glad to be on. What's up, boss man? Talk to me.
What's going on with you? I'm happy to have you on, sir. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing lovely. It feels great to be back here in the beautiful city of Washington, D.C., with all the beautiful people here. I'm just very excited, and my team is very excited. We're ready to go Saturday night.
Well, that's what it's all about this Saturday night, as you guys have that the fight on Showtime. Okay, you got Jack going up on Saturday, and I'm going to start off and go right in for the gusto, all right? This is the barbershop. You know when you go to a barbershop, Leonard, you're from D.C., okay, you got to come with your A game, all right? So once he has this great, impressive victory on Saturday, Badou Jack, in his position right now, he's having a hard time, trying to get the big other numbers out there, because they're all at the next level, Stevenson, Kovalev, Ward, those guys. Are you guys maybe playing, once he has the sexual victory to move him up so he can become a household name?
Well, first things first, and what I've learned from the 20-plus years of working with the best fighter ever to do it, is that you take one fight at a time. Me and Floyd, we have a plan in place for Badou, and the plan, it starts with Saturday night being able to take care of his business against a great fighter in Lucien Boutte. And from then, we'll take it to the next level. But he has a huge challenge in front of him coming this Saturday night, and he's up for the challenge.
Now, we've seen here that Mayweather Promotions, have made you guys way back in the D.C. area, making boxing prevalent again in the D.C. area as it was, years ago. I have to have the privilege of being there for the Broner, Ashley Theophane fight. Now, and I was right there ringside. I saw the fight, maybe from my perspective, maybe a premature stoppage. I thought Broner was kind of fading in that fifth, sixth, sixth, seventh, eighth round. What was your thoughts on that outcome of that fight? And some call it an early stoppage.
Yeah, I was actually a little disappointed, and later on, I sat and I watched the tape of it, because obviously when you're sitting ringside, you're seeing things live as opposed to watching it at home, sitting on your couch where you can see the replays and everything. I thought that the stoppage could have been a little earlier, but at the end of the day, I always have a great deal of respect for a referee who, jumps in there, because you don't want your fighter to take any more punishment than he has to take.
Right.
One shot can end your career, and the referee's job is to protect the fighters, and that's what he did on that night. And I have no objections. Adrien came in and he fought a tremendous fight, and he was the better man on that night.
Now, another thing that I find great right now is I remember growing up, back in the day. I'm a man. I'm 40. I remember watching all the great fights that would happen on ABC, and the PBC has kind of brought that back for putting great fights on TV and things like that. Is there any chance you could see the PBC jumping into the pay-per-view market with some of the key Mayweather promotion fighters?
Well, it's not necessarily the pay-per-view market. It's just continue what our goal is to continue to do is build our fighters, because that's what, promotional companies do, especially our young guys. I've had a chance to see some of our young guys starting to evolve into the next level. And what I mean by that, turning from the prospect stage to a contender stage. And that's the great part of boxing, to be able to watch a guy start out early on and build him, and then build him into something special. And that's what, me and my team were able to do with Floyd. He was an exceptional talent, and we always knew that we had a plan in place as long as we all stuck together and believed in our plan, and we were able to execute our plan and make him the highest paid athlete in all of sports.
Now, have you had the chance to, I know over the weekend our Fox Sports Radio 1340 Twitter account put out the difference between boxing and the MMA numbers in the payout scale of what's going on out there, and how much, like, say, John Jones got for his last fight on Saturday night versus a fight that I believe the last fight that it showed was Gennady Golovkin's, Triple G's fight that he got paid.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys, with the market being the way that it is in boxing, do you think boxing still holds prevalent as the number one combat sport out there? I know a lot of fans or the microwave society love MMA, but boxing's such a great sport, and I don't think it's ever died or ever will die. Do you think it will always be the mainstay of combat sports as far as bringing in finances?
Yes, boxing is will always be that because boxing has been around for forever, and the two entities are able to coexist because they have different fan bases. I have the utmost respect for Dana and what they're doing over in the UFC, and they have a tremendous fan base, and they've built their brand from the bottom. And we've done the same thing in boxing. We built stars coming up through the ranks, and obviously the biggest one ever in the history of the sport in Floyd Mayweather. But the two are able to coexist because they have two totally separate fan bases, and they're doing a great job. And boxing is at an all-time high now. All eyes are on boxing because you get a chance to see boxing, 3 and 4 nights a week, and that's a great thing. Getting a chance to see these young up-and-coming stars and eventually turning into superstars.
Is it safe to say that you guys are ready for Mayweather Promotions to jump in the MMA game?
Well, we always continue to looking for ways to expand our brand, and we've done that very, very cautiously. But building our brand, taking our time, we've been able to be successful because we've been able to think things out thoroughly, make the right decisions, and invest into our future. And the future are these young up-and-coming stars that we have assigned to that are with Mayweather Promotions. As you earlier stated, the past, the present, and the future of sports and entertainment.
Yeah, I like that. When you say sports and entertainment, I've got to be honest with you, Leonard, Mr. Ellerbe. I'm a wrestling fan. So does that mean maybe we think Mayweather Promotions can get into the wrestling business here?
Hey, we've already been in the wrestling business for the big show.
I know,
and I got him a huge check for doing it. So we've delved into different, and that's the part of having an open mind and being able to think outside the box. The reason why we've been able to, again, to be successful is because we have been risk takers. We've been willing to do the things that people aren't willing to do, and that's roll the dice with something. And we understand this business inside and out. We put in the work, and we're the best at doing this. And that's, I'm not being tooting our horn, but we work very hard to. I can't no longer say that we're looking to one day be this. We're there. We're there.
Okay.
We put on the biggest events in the history of the sports, and here it is. We have 4 shows in the next 5 weeks. We're busy. I have a tremendous team. I'm not doing this by myself. I love my team. They're working day in and day out. And like I said, boxing is at an all-time high, and we're just glad to be a part of it.
All right, now I have my co-host here with me, Wally from the DMV area. He has a question for you. Wally, go ahead.
Hey, what's going on? Being from the D.C. area, nothing much, man, nothing much. Being from the D.C. area, how big is the fight game coming into D.C.? Just recently, not too long ago, Lamont Peterson, pretty much brought back boxing to the DMV and to the D.C. area, having that prize fighter. Now we see Floyd in D.C. often. It's making us hype, to be honest with you. How big is that city?
It's huge. That he wanted to bring big time boxing back to DC, and he's living up to his word, and trust and believe me, expect more bigger fights. Mayweather Promotions is going to bring to Washington D.C. Floyd has a love affair with the city. I have a love affair with the city, and we're looking to bring revenue back into the city. D.C. is a beautiful city, and I'm just happy for the fans here that they are able to witness great boxing.
Now, we're speaking a lot about the Floyd Mayweather, the pound for pound, in my opinion, the best ever. I'm not just saying that because you're on the line. I get a lot of flack for being such a Mayweather supporter and understanding the sport of boxing. But you have a young fighter, 15-0, 14 knockouts. I got to see a wonderful knockout from him earlier this month. Gervonta "The One" Davis. Any word on his next fight?
It's funny that you mentioned that. I just got off the phone with Tank a few minutes ago. He was just actually calling me about that. I'm working on his next fight. He's a very, very exciting young fighter, and we expect big things from him. And Baltimore should be very, very proud that they can actually say that he's one of their own. He reps the city, and like I said, he's a tremendous talent, and we're very glad to have him as part of our team, and we expect great things from him. He will soon be world champion, possibly this year.
Oh, okay. I'm liking that. Listen, again, not just blowing smoke. I was in the back watching him warm up and get ready. Since Floyd, I don't think I've seen nobody have hands that fast.
Yeah, he has an exceptional hand speed, and he's just a good young man. To be able to rise above the and overcome the odds of growing up in an inner city environment, and to be able to just recently, I just told him that I was very proud of him for being the recipient of the award that the mayor in Baltimore had awarded him for his work that he's done with all the youth there in Baltimore.
Awesome.
We're just very proud of all the hard work that he's put into it, and he's learning, he's maturing as a young man, and seeing and understanding that this is his job, and a means of being able to take care of him and his family for many years to come, and he's getting the best advice from the best to ever do it in Floyd.
Well, if you got him, Floyd Mayweather, that is, yourself in his corner, he got his head on straight. He has nothing but big things and big future in front of him. But also in front of us this weekend is the World Championship doubleheader on Showtime this Saturday night as Badou Jack takes on Lucien Boutte in that fight. You see not looking past Lucien at all in that fight, but gotta go look at Saturday first. Of course, but I gotta ask, it's what people ask. You have to ask these questions that you kind of know the answer to. What kind of outcome we're going to have? Is it going to be a knockout? I know you want your fighter when you see your fighter winning. How do you see your fighter winning this Saturday night?
I see him winning, and I think that the fans here locally in D.C., they should come on out and support the great night of fights that we have. We just only not have the two televised fights. We have a tremendous undercard also that with a number of outstanding young talents, and we have a young lady who we recently signed, LaTondria Jones. She's from Washington D.C.
She'll look her too.
The fans should come out and she's a very attractive young lady.
She's a looker,
but she can fight her behind off, and we're very proud of her. And the fans should come out and support our event. It's going to be a tremendous turnout, and we're just excited that we're able to bring this kind of boxing to D.C., and we look to bring bigger events in the future. Obviously, we have the new MGM Arena that will be opening up here in the beautiful city, and don't be surprised if we be a major part of what's going on.
I like that right there. And the major part of things going on in the area where we are, so we get to come there and see all these great fights and witness all these great fights that's taking place. Now, I won't ask you that one question that I know everybody asks you about Floyd, but I will try to taint it or switch it a little bit. Is there enough money that can get him to come out and knock out that, I won't call him an idiot, that other guy in Cincinnati?
Who? Oh, you talking about? No. Well, first and foremost, there are levels of this thing, and Adrien is a tremendous young fighter. He has all the skills, that a great fighter could want to have, and he has a great team working with the the outstanding coaches that he have. One in Barry Hunter here from the area, who's an exceptional trainer. But to answer your question about him, no. It was on April Fool's that night, and we took it. Me and Floyd took it as what it was. It sounded like a joke. Because trust and believe me, he didn't want none of that work. He didn't want none of that work. Floyd is retired. Floyd is retired, enjoying his life. He's had a phenomenal career. He's made hundreds of millions of dollars. He's almost. We're just short of $1 billion that he's netted in his career. So he's just beyond blessed to be in a situation to help these young fighters. And that night when Adrien said that, we just took it as it was a joke, because we all know that if something like that would have took place before Floyd retired, what the outcome of that would have been. It wouldn't have been pretty.
No, and the reason I'm not getting no disrespect towards Adrien at all when I said that night, like I said, I was there. I just thought it was kind of, I guess unprofessional, but I guess when you're in a situation that he's in, you gotta say what you can to get the best out. It's like Mr. T calling out Rocky out of retirement. You know what I mean? So it was kind of that kind of a mode.
It was a joke. I thought we took it as it was a joke, and it was funny because we knew it was like he couldn't have been serious.
Right.
I mean, that's how we took it, because Floyd is a beast when it comes to getting in that ring. It's like nobody's been able to put a blemish on him, and Adrian's a lot smaller than Floyd. Floyd's normally fighting guys 25 pounds bigger.
Right.
Adrian's a lot smaller than Floyd. But like I said, hey, I have the utmost respect for Broner. He has he's a tremendous young fighter.
Well, Mr. Ellerbe, CEO, that is, past, present, and the future of Mayweather Promotions, I want to thank you for coming into the barbershop here on the Soul and Sports on Fox Sports Radio. I thank you so much. We look forward to you guys' fight this Saturday night. A big fan. I said I was there April 1st, and it was a packed house. I know you want the fans to continue to come out there and pack that house. Boxing's big in the city of D.C., and y'all bringing it back there. So I want to say thank you from a fan.
And it's going to be a lot of celebrities in the house too.
Oh, it was
a lot of celebrities in the house.
That was my first boxing event. I had no idea the women came out like that.
Well, one thing our city is known for, the men and the women, they know how to put it together. The women always look very lovely when they come out, and the guys, they had a swag, and they come out with the gaiters and this and the linen, and
right.
It was the guys can dress and the young ladies can dress. I'm very proud to always represent my city. I learned everything I know from here in my city.
Well, what was that song by that rapper? I put on for my city. On.
That's
for
it.
My
all day. Anybody and everybody knows who's associated with me or affiliated with me that they know DC is nothing but love.
You know what? And with that, like I said, listen, I'm up against the break. Leonard, thank you so much for coming on. I cannot wait till Saturday night to see Badou Jack in action. Guys, listen, it's going down April 30th. Get your butts in the DMV area. Pay your money. Pay your fare. Come out and see Mayweather Promotions, guys. Maybe Leonard will be there. Maybe he'll take a picture with you. Maybe he'll shake your hand. I don't know. He's always looking fly.
We're going to do all of that. And tickets start as low as $25.
Look at that.
So, and they're still available at Ticketmaster and online.
Guys, what else can you do? $25? That's 2 pizza pies.
The ticket is as low as $25.
And that's not a bad seat in the house either. Okay, really isn't.
DC, the Armory it was built for these nice kind of events. It's not too big, not too small. Every seat in the house is a great seat, and it's going to be a tremendous night of fights.
There it is, guys. Saturday night is going down. Listen, you know how we do in the barbershop. Stand on your feet for the past, present, and he told you already the future of Mayweather Promotions. Mr. Leonard Ellerbe. We'll be right back, y'all. Fox Sports Radio 1340. WHAP Hopewell, y'all.
Thank you.